Hello everyone, Treecks here and welcome back to the Smurfs Travel the World, or the Smurfs 2, on the SNES. The final installment of my Europe exclusive games on the SNES. Not saying this is my final installment of Europe exclusive games, I do have a couple more, but this is the final one I have on the SNES. So at least that sub-series will be closed after this game. A fun little platforming game where a couple of Smurfs get warped around the world because of touching a magical crystal. The North Pole is actually World 2, the second continent they need to travel to in order to find the crystal fragments. Collecting all of them will lift the curse of them warping all over the world. The North Pole is here in order to play around with ice physics. Let's see if we can make an entire episode out of it. It looks like the seals are having fun. Seals, eh? Yeah, that is something you would expect on the North Pole. Oh man, it's cold here. Is it December already? Not quite, isn't it? It is almost. It's the final weekend of November. Okay, let's go see how World 2 works. World 1 was pretty basic and pretty simple, as it should be. From this point on, we should be getting some more tricky business. Let's see if we can use this bird in order to reach this higher area, because there is something I want. Namely, health. As you can clearly see, you can bounce on these birds. You cannot stand on them, making it pretty difficult to actually stay on them. But also pretty fun to do. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, it's a Smurf fisherman. Pretty clearly a local, so let's try not to interfere with him too much. Oh, there's an icicle here. Help. Didn't quite see you. But luckily there's health up here. And more icicles. Be careful for icicles in this stage, by the way. Oh. And these small branches are actually pretty difficult to jump on. But definitely still possible. Yeah, it's pretty clear this is a horizontal stage with vertical scroll. Therefore, we need to traverse between the upper and lower part of the stage a lot here. And hoping we don't miss any crystals. Oh, this must be the seal the hint was talking about. He throws snowballs around. We can actually kick them back with our attack move. Remember, press A. And it looks like it is even required to do that, because they drop a crystal the moment we take them out. Interesting. That's also something you can expect in this game. The moment we find quote-unquote bigger enemies, always try to kill them in one way or another. They usually tend to drop crystals. And how to kill certain enemies in this game can also be a puzzle sometimes. With these seals it's actually pretty easy, because it's pretty obvious you need to kick back their snowballs. But still, remember this mechanic. We'll be seeing that more often. And I think I can jump this. Yeah, barely. Let's first go up here, because there should be more. Heart. This place is empty. Ow. Sir, I don't like you. Yeah, for this one we really need to look out for our timing, because as you can see we don't really have a lot of room to make the snowball fall on the ground first. We actually need to kick it while in the air, making it extra difficult. That does not apply to the other one, which we can find over here, because here we have plenty of room to make the snowball fall in front of you, so you don't have to worry about getting hit. And there should be everything in this little platform. Crystal above the ice gap. Make a low jump in order to grab it. Let's make you fall first. Next fisherman. The fisherman himself does not hurt you, but the fish he throws do hurt you. That scraped my back. But I'm still alive. What are you hiding here? Oh, here's the key. Remember from the first episode, every single stage has a key. I cannot promise I will be able to find every single one. There are some stages where I'm, in all honesty, even after all these years, not too sure where they are. All I can promise is that I will try to grab every single one. Just try. Here's the final crystal at least. Putting an end to stage 2-1. The second one, slowly Smurf the depths. The depths, eh? That hint is kinda giving away. We are dealing with the first underwater stage. Unlike the first Smurfs game, we have swimming physics in this game. I'm not too sure if this is the most wise place to start swimming, because I'm pretty sure it's pretty cold down here. But anyway, the first time a Smurfs game has a swimming level. But still, 10 crystals for us to collect. The stage can be pretty confusing, but all of all, it's not really that difficult, because it is pretty linear. It looks like to be a maze at first, but it is still pretty linear. It just has a couple of big open areas. Therefore, you can get some paranoia about missing crystals, leaving a certain room too early. The only advice I can give is try to go for all of the edges, and therefore get a feel on how big the room is. And the edges of the room is usually also where they hide the crystals, so that way you should be able to grab everything. In the middle you find nothing more than just a whole lot of enemies. Ow! Okay, let's be patient with these guys. They have some sharp claws after all, and I don't really have a whole lot of health, so beware the currents. There are some currents in the stage, as you can see, and therefore saying one-way direction. You cannot go against the flow in this game. In fact, if you do come from the right direction, it will even start pushing you. So beware, it can also push you into enemies. Here's the next one. Number 6. 4 more to go. Thank you for the health. I feel a lot more secure already. Let's head right first, because I'm pretty sure left is continuation. Should be a crystal down here. Yeah. Embedded in some current, making it a little difficult to grab it. Let's do it like this. Let's head back to the main pathway. Ooh, some sort of whirlpool I see. Don't be alarmed. They are not dangerous. They are just a level mechanic. It works as follows. As you can see, the moment we try to go through them from the other side, we are not allowed. This is basically a one-way door, you might say. Locking us out of the earlier parts of the stage. And I want this health, but not in such a way that I actually lose the health I'm going to grab. There we go. No, there we don't go. I tried. Oh, they start moving now. In that case, we need to outmaneuver them like this. 2 more to go. And here's one of them. Oh yeah, of course, there are some walls you can actually go through in this level, making it extra tricky. I'm not too sure where all of these secret corridors are. I'm pretty sure one of them actually leads to the key in this stage. And I'm also pretty sure I've already skipped that part. Come on, move out of the way. Oh, scary. Oh, here's a 1-up. The final crystal's down here, I see. Yeah, indeed, I did not find the key this time around. I'm not sure where that is, but all with all, it's not really required, so let's just move on to stage number 3. It's snow time. Moving out of the water again. This was the only swimming stage. Ooh, some penguins. How cute. What's a little bit less cute about them is that they actually appear on the South Pole. And we are still officially in the North Pole. Kudos on Infogrames not doing their homework. Although I can kinda imagine. North Pole, South Pole, they're both icy themed after all. And penguins do suit them, icy themes. So even though we're technically not on the part of the world where they actually would appear, we can still understand them being here. It's for the sake of the gameplay. Oh, this looks interesting. Bam! Gotta love that. Game making us play around with timing. Something I can definitely appreciate. Oh, hi Mr. Walrus. You strike me as something that hurts me in the moment I touch you, so allow me not to do it. It seems here we can choose riding the platform or riding the bird. The bird is a more difficult option, it looks like. Hey, that platform actually goes through the rock, so I think there's something in here. Yeah, indeed, key. That should have been the next bonus, however, I did not find the key in the previous stage, so... Unfortunately, not seeing the bonus. But the keys should still add up, so the moment we actually reach World 3, the next key we grab should immediately be the third one. It's not like all of the keys are world exclusive. It should still continue counting the moment we reach the next world. Ah, so you're the reason these snowballs are rolling. The walruses are apparently more than just statues that hurt you the moment you touch them. Oh, that platform sinks. Good to know. It's probably not going to be the only one in this stage, so... Yeah, I'm pretty sure these doubling platforms are actually sinking platforms the moment you step on them. Yeah. Theory confirmed. Now we have a whale. These guys do appear in the North Pole, so... Okay, this tail doesn't... Oh! I was trying to say, apparently that tail does not go into the water. I kind of remembered it did, but I didn't see it move, so... I kind of got the wrong impression because of it. Apparently it does go into the water. And I'm in a hurry now, so don't mind me. Oh, of course we need to jump on the fish here. We were pretty far into the stage, so it's a pretty long way back. And the biggest downside of this game, as you can see, unlike in the first Smurfs game, where some stages actually had multiple screens, in this game that is actually never the case. Every single stage in this game always has one screen containing 9 or 10 crystals and no checkpoints. Let's grab the key because that should respawn. Yeah, thank you. We are still going to see bonus for world number 2. Smurf the World. Yeah, I know, that's the whole idea of this game, right? Okay, once again we're dealing with a stage based on the first level, looks like. And therefore saying we have these 3 branches we need to climb in order to get higher up. And remember, they come in 2 forms. The regular ones, which we can jump on normally. And the very small frozen ones, which you actually can't stand on. Only briefly jump on them. Let's go grab the lower collectibles first, as much as possible. And then move higher up. Almost got them. 3 more. Yeah, this one is a lot more difficult, as you can see. There's a lot more tricky platforming here. So grabbing every single collectible here, that is pretty much impossible. I did almost get all of them in the first world, but still. Definitely not counting on it happening here. Time's already almost up, so there's still a lot more on the left. A whole lot more. $10 seconds. Let's see if we can reach 250. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, let's call it a day. This is enough. 1 heart, 2 hearts, 3, 4, 5, 6. Overflowing our life count. 9, 10. So it's indeed every 25/30 collectibles that you actually receive a heart. Not so much possible for me because we overflowed our life count. 9 is the maximum number of lives in this game, as you can see. And once again we need to restart the stage. Yeah, this time I'm just going to cut to where we were. We did still see the bonus stage for World 2. I did not count on that happening, but because of me dying and therefore being able to grab a 3rd key, we were still able to see it, so we don't have to go back for that later in bonus content. But now let's go back to where we were. We don't have to collect this key anymore. Why does this guy remind me of Super Mario Bros. 2? I'm not too sure. Let's not stay on here for too long. Now we know it indeed dips into the water. Number 7. Yeah, but unlike Mario 2, you actually can't stand on the water coming from the blowholes this time around. It's going to be a while before we see another whale again. Might be in Paper Mario, actually. Can't really think of another whale appearing earlier in another game. Ooh! A snowball that you can roll around. Interesting. Thank you for showing that off, Penguin, sir. Not that we need it, because we can actually grab the crystal this way. No rolling required. And this is the end of the stage already. Okay. And therefore, I missed the crystal. Yeah, that's the downside of these kind of stages. Not actually having a true ending, but actually requiring you to grab a certain number of collectibles. That means the moment you reach the end of the stage and you're not done yet, you need to go back in again. Yeah, this is not Yoshi's Story. Another game that has a similar platforming mechanic. Also a game where you don't go to the end of the stage per se, but actually need to collect a certain number of collectibles. But at least in Yoshi's Story you actually have a warp system. If you get to the end, you can actually warp back to the beginning. That's something we don't see over here. So let's go play this stage in reverse now until we meet what we missed. And there it is. Apparently I just ran straight past it. That's what you get for having way too much of a rush. Ah, and here we find the first password of this game. After clearing World 2, apparently we receive a password. So input this and you can continue with World 3. With 9 lives on hard difficulty, because that is apparently what this password is for. Not that I need it, because I can use save states in order to save. Way more reliable. But I'm not going to do that quite yet, because I think, looking at my timer, I do have time for one more stage. North America is World 3. And in medieval times, North America looked a lot different than it looks now. Let's go see what we can find here. How? Big totem holds many secrets. Totem poles, eh? Yeah, you can expect some sort of Native Americans to be here. And immediately declare war at me, it looks like. Okay, let's go see where they've hidden their stash of crystals. Go away, you. As you can see, most of the crystals are going to be hidden in these cauldrons in this stage. Just kick them, and a crystal should pop up. These vultures flying around can also be interesting. You can actually try to grab onto their talons in order to ride around them. This first one's a little bit hard to reach, but still. We'll find a different one later on, which we can reach. Stop shooting your arrows at me. And be careful for these cactuses, by the way. The red flowers you see on them will actually hurt you the moment you touch them. So try to maneuver around them. Ooh, there's a key up there. There's also a vulture carrying a cauldron. Also interested in that. Because even the ones the vultures carry around actually have a crystal in them. So try to get higher up with the cactuses to get on the level of the vulture, which we can then jump on in order to make him drop the cauldron. And also in the meantime grab the key. Another stage where we got the key. Still missing only one. The one from stage 2, the underwater stage. So far the only one we've missed. But that one didn't matter because I got the one in stage 3 twice. Ah, smoke signals, eh? Also something these guys are known for. In this case something we can use in order to grab the heart. So we don't immediately die the moment we get hit again. Let's see if this vulture leads anywhere. Yeah, it does, because there's a vulture behind him. Carrying a cauldron. Let's first get rid of you. It doesn't look like we can reach it from the right, so... Smoke signals it is. Oh. Well, you can say whatever you want, but that guy knows how to aim. Now let's finally grab onto the talons of a vulture. See, I did say that was possible. But do be careful, it doesn't float down the moment you hang onto him for too long, as you can see. Ooh, and here's a totem pole. Apparently those house secrets. Oh, arrow bombardment. That's apparently the secret. But it also will give you a heart, as you can see. But only once. Ow. Okay, I'm not too sure if that was a good idea. Scratch that, I know it was not a good idea. No, wait, it was a good idea because it was worth showing off. Let's go try that again. Howdy, sir. I'm interested in a recovery heart. And nothing more. Okay, this one is easy. There's a heart in the campfire here, so if you're good in doing timed jumps, you can actually grab yourself some health. But luckily I'm full health, so I don't have to. And this one goes nowhere, so let's just move on then. Crystal number 7. Ah, come on, 2 at once, really? Ow. These guys are starting to become good. I think we've outstayed our welcome. Let's make sure to get out of here as quickly as possible. And also because my video time is already up, so let's quickly finish this stage. Let's fly over you. Hell yeah. Oh, there's another key here. What? 2 keys in one stage? What is that supposed to mean? Yeah, that's kind of a hint about the next stage. But more about that later. We're not going to do that today anyway, so... But we are still going to finish this stage. 2 more crystals to go. And there's the first one. And here's another totem pole. So if you're feeling daring, you can actually grab yourself a recovery heart here. But I'm just going to attack the vulture, if you don't mind. There you are. Oh, interesting. Can't see, can't see. And here's the final one. And therefore, this should also be the right edge of the level. Yeah, indeed. This is where the scrolling stops. This is the final thing we need to do. Jump, bounce, bounce, kick, and done. So, I'd like to thank you all for watching. This was part 2 of the Smurfs Travel the World. See you folks next time, when we are going to Smurf out of here. Interesting. Treecks out!